Friday morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us here. I'm Heather Brown. This is CBSN Minnesota's morning update, so be sure to grab that coffee. Let's get you up to speed on the news and the weather this morning. We'll start with the weather because it's going to be dry and hot. Riley tells us, though, today we really shouldn't have too much of a problem with the humidity. It's going to be a nice one over the weekend. It's really next week where it starts getting hot, but by noontime, 81. Still have that hazy sun because of that forest fires up in Canada. So you're still seeing some of that down here. A nice day by 4 o'clock. Great day to take a walk out, hit the golf course, maybe find a pool this weekend. Let's talk about the Olympics because the final countdown is on. The Summer Olympics begin 1 week from today. A lot of those athletes arriving in Tokyo as we speak. There she is. The lady of the game, Simone Biles. The U.S. women's gymnastics team is there this morning. They, of course, have Suni Lee, Grace McCallum from St. Paul, and from Isanti there, two Minnesotans there. Shane Wiskus, also, who competed over at the University of Minnesota on the men's gymnastics team. We all know last year the 2020 Olympics were postponed because of COVID. They'll be now having this summer. It's going to look a little different. No fans in the stands here, but as the athletes get there, a bunch of Minnesotans headed that way. We want to know, who are you most excited to see? Who are you most excited to watch? Which events will you not miss? For my family, we know it's the gymnastics every single time. Track and field, so amazing though. I'd love to hear who you're looking out for. If you're watching right now on Facebook, leave a comment and I'll read through a couple of those in just a few minutes. Let's get to the news right now. New COVID cases are up double digits in nearly every state. Minnesota has reported more than 1,000 new cases last week. Cases have been below 1,000 a week for more than a month, so it's a small uptick. Still quite far, though, from the peak that we saw late last year. MDH believes that the Delta variant is now making up about 14% of the new COVID cases here in Minnesota. COVID cases are on the rise in all but one state, that state being Montana. Now, just this week, LA putting their mask mandate back in place. This comes 1 month since California reopened its economy. Minnesotans could start heading north of the border last month. Yep. Canada might be letting us back in. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says that his country may start allowing vaccinated Americans by mid-August. It's been a long time, especially for people in the northwest angle up there. Businesses on both sides of the border say that travel restrictions have hit them hard since that pandemic began. Metro Transit says it's spending millions of dollars on safety changes as more riders will start coming back throughout the summer and then after Labor Day. Metro Transit announced it'll invest $4 million with the idea that they hope this will help keep passengers safe. They're going to use that money to hire police officers. They're also going to hire part-time community service officers. Those are the ones who'll be kept checking tickets so the officers can work on other things. People to watch the security cameras around the clock. Those cameras are already installed on every light rail, platform, train, and bus. Now, if you're driving to work, you may notice some changes on the road this summer. MinPass is about to become EZpass. There's a sign right there already telling people on 35W. So if you're not familiar with EZpass, it's an express lane system. It's already being used in 19 states across the country. MinPass will operate the same way here. MinPass tags still will work here on Minnesota roads, but you can get the EZpass. It'll now work here. Switch to it. It's free. You could do it on August 2nd. If you want to check more of that out, we have all that information on our website, WCCO.com. Twin Cities Pride Festival returns this weekend after a year off because of the pandemic. Month later than what we're used to, and no parade this year. Just didn't have enough time to quite get it together, but still lots of ways to celebrate both Saturday and Sunday. It's a popular festival. It will be back in Loring Park. They're going to have a ton of vendors, lots of booths, music. Their stages will be set up, live music. Just should be a great time out there. Skol, we're going to hear that again in person in US Bank for the first time in more than a year this fall. Vikings fans will get to watch the games in person this season. You probably remember last year, it was just a few friends and family that were allowed inside to watch in person. We know home field advantage. It's a thing. It's for real. And the Vikings home record will tell you that. 26-14 when they play at US Bank Stadium. So we want those fans in there to Make it loud. Single game tickets go on sale on Thursday. They are online only Thursday morning, so keep an eye out for that. Tickets for training camp are already for sale. Next week, Blue Origin flights, Jeff Bezos will have the oldest and the youngest people ever to travel to space. Granted, it's a very small group of people that has ever traveled to space, but you'll have an 18-year-old. His name is Oliver. He's from the Netherlands. Now, he is taking the spot of a person who bought the seat for $28 million. That was an auction. That person apparently has a scheduling conflict. I can't imagine what kind of scheduling conflict it would be, but they are postponing their trip. Maybe catch them next time around. The other person right there, you see her, Wally Funk. She's an 82-year-old aerospace pioneer. She will be on the flight as well. Highly anticipated new Space Jam movie comes out in theaters today.
What in the Matrix hell? Welcome to the space.
Supposed to be good. Space Jam: A New Legacy. This one's with LeBron. Comes nearly 25 years since the 1996 original, which of course we all know featured Michael Jordan. Our movie guy Rustin Gateby gave this one 3 out of 4 stars. It's World Emoji Day tomorrow. And Unicode, which is the maker of these emojis, they have their list out for the finalists for a new update. So on that list, a saluting face, a biting lip, you can see that down there on the bottom left of your screen, and a low battery. Those are the possible candidates that could be decided on in September. Look, they take all these submissions and then they kind of figure out, okay, what don't we have, what people might want, then they make the choice, and the new updates could come out early next year. Let's head back to today's talker, the Olympics. I'd love to hear who you want to see. Which athletes are you looking forward to most? Which events do you not want to miss? Starts 1 week from today. The athletes are already in Tokyo. Oh, Pam, yes, I know, right? The Women's Olympics gymnastics team. I would like to see the swimmers. Also a great one, too. Oh, man. I think we're going to have a lot of the same answers. I really, really love gymnastics, says Annette. Simone Biles is the bomb. That is correct. She's so wonderful, and I think the best we will ever see. Also correct. Wish they would give her the points she deserves. Right on, Annette. Evie, good morning. Women's gymnastics, Suni and Grace. Yeah, I can't. Oh, my goodness, Simone. Come on, Simone, of course, too. My girls are so excited for this. Becca, another one with the gymnastics. It's so cool to have someone there from my hometown. Oh, yeah, Grace McCallum is from my Santee. How cool, Becca. Thanks for sharing. I think we have one more here. Kelly wants to see the swimmers out there. Thanks, everybody, for sharing. It's going to be fun. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for joining us here on the Morning Update from CBSN Minnesota. Stay cool. We'll see you back here on Monday.